Good morning. Oh, was yesterday a long day and night, but it was a lot of fun. The party next door. There was about 15 people, and it was mostly military, retired, and one was still current. She was still definitely part of it. It was awesome. Just talking to them, their stories. There was three of them. They all met in Yemen at a base, and they became friends. One lives in Jersey, the other two are local, but they bonded. This was back, I think she said, 2021. I don't remember. But they all work. They all connected. Not all of them. West Point. West Point was the connection last night. It was a lot of West Point representation. And it was cool. And my neighbor, Doug's father, was in the military. He was telling me the stories. He was in from like the 70s to the early 90s. And he said he's seen stuff. They tried to tell him that it was some kind of a project. He said, Bill, what I seen was not part of no project. I mean, that's what he said. Great people, very respectful, very nice. I had a great time. I was there till midnight, but I just couldn't. I was so tired. I couldn't do any more. So it was a really great time last night. And looking forward to more with them. It went really well. And then I met my two neighbors that I'd never met before that live right next door to me on the other side. And he was in the military. So it was wild. Yesterday's party was like military. Most of them. One was a barber. Another one works as an insurance, something to do with the Allstate insurance. Who else? And the others I don't really know. There was a lot of people at one point, then some left, some arrived. It was wild. But it was great. It was fun. And we played wiffle ball. And I schooled them. Well, we only played one inning. What's up, Havoc? We only played one inning. But it was with balls and strikes with the box that I made. I let him get up first. He scored 3 off of me, but walks. He got a couple of hits. Then I got up. And everybody's watching. They couldn't believe how I could pitch. I scored 6. I hit a blast over the tent into the trees. So, and I was hitting really good. I was hitting hard. And that felt really good. So he says, holy shit, I didn't know you could play this good. I told you. So now he's like all hyped up. Because he plays for a hardball team. He's like 30 years old. So this is a person in their prime, and here I am whipping their ass. Thank God I lost a lot of weight. Otherwise, forget it. Never would have worked. But now he's going to clean up that area because there's still some weeds by the batting box area. Some poison ivy growing on the floor a little bit. We don't have to want to find the ball when it's a foul ball. But it's a big fence. That's what separates the property here. So when a foul ball, it could be in those weeds. So he's going to clean it all out. He wants me to pitch to him every Saturday. Because he said it's great for my eye coordination from when I play hardball on Sundays, because that's what he does every Sunday. He's part of a league. He asked me if I wanted to join the league. I said, no, I don't have time. Heck no, I am not. No way. Plus, I do shows on Sundays. That's how everybody was watching. His other people that were on his team, they were watching me. And I could see them watching. But I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on hitting that ball. And I hit some shots. And it felt so good. It felt so good to pitch. I only got 3 of my pitches down because I didn't want to experiment, not while we're playing balls and strikes. But I got 3 of my pitches going. And the one that worked the best was my underhand, kind of like a fast slurve ball. The underhand one worked great. And I'm making it look easy. I had to do the whole motion, put my body into it, and it was coming under and into the strike zone. I was like, fuck yes, that's my pitch. And of course my sidearm, that's easy for me. The riser. And then I was working on one that comes out and breaks in. It depends if it's a righty or a lefty. He's a righty. So, oh boy. So the next time I do this with him, which might be today early if he's alive. But next time I'm going to stream it live on YouTube. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. And you're going to see how I pitch. It's not a joke. I'm all in. It's competition. I don't like to lose. So I'm all in. Eat whatever it takes, whatever pain, it does not matter. I'm coming to beat you. I don't care who you are, how old you are, how studly you think you are. I will humiliate you. I will humble you. I am that confident. When it comes to wiffle ball, I will humble you. I humbled him. He kept coming up. He says, Bill, dude, you told me, but I didn't really think. I told you, dude. I told you. It was fun, though. So now, every Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, we're probably going to do a thing there. Because I told him I go bike riding on the weekends in the morning. And I'm not pitching in the middle of the heat when the sun is right above. Hell no. I did that yesterday. That was too much. But other than that, game on. Let's go. Bring it. It's nice when the sun is coming down a little bit. And we have a lot of trees here. So once that sun gets right there behind the trees, it's nice. It's comfortable. You could see the ball well. If you're a right-handed, the sun is not in your eyes. Because the way it faces the west, if you're a righty, the sun would be right in your eyes. But I should have filmed it. I should have filmed it, especially with me hitting the ball the way I was. Oh, felt so good. So I still got it. That's what feels good. I still got it. I still got it. And this dude is a stud. I mean, he's 100% muscle. Fit. I mean, there's no fat on this person. He's an athlete, and I got him. You know? It's a good feeling. That's why I got a big smile on my face today. We need one more. But at the same time, they were playing 2000s music like I didn't know nothing. I heard that shit for 10 hours. 10 hours. I was like, oh my God, not one song. I could have requested, but I didn't want to throw in like a Guns N' Roses in the middle of all this music they're playing. I was trying to even think of a song that's mellow to play with all the shit that they were playing. It was like totally different. Then they got into like bachata at night. and Spanish music, and I'm like, what the? And that music, I can listen to it, but after 2 songs, I'm done because it all sounds the same. That bachata, that's Dominican guitar, it goes back. But that shit could get annoying after a while. But they're all, you know, partying, enjoying themselves. I had a little. It was almost like, Bill, you got to have a Jello shot. I don't do that. But I did. I had 2. I was not used to it. I was not used to it. And they made them strong. They were nice too. Blue, like white, red. It was nice looking. It was cool. Whoever made it strong too. I was like, oh boy. So it was a lot of fun yesterday. Today is mellow, hot pool day. It ain't gonna be long. By noon, I'll be in the pool. I gotta do a show at 4. He said he'd text me if he's up to it today. I need to recover. Because I'm not used to. You have to see me pitch. I'm putting like a regular, like you see in the professional, with the wind up and everything. I do all that. That's what I used to pitch. So I have to do the wind up and everything and put my whole body into it. It's the only way it's going to work. And it's not so easy. Twisting and bouncing, and I was so good once I warmed up. He says, I was watching you warming up. I knew this was going to be a game on situation because I had to warm up. It's been a long time since I grabbed the wiffle ball and threw it. It comes back. Took longer than I thought. It took like 15 minutes. I thought I could get it right back. It took like 15 minutes. That's all. I thought I could get it in 5. It took about 15 minutes to get my precision to the box. And then another guy came up. He was hitting against me. He actually, the last swing, he hit one into the trees. And I said, dude, that's a great shot. He rocketed one off of me. And I give him credit. We weren't playing the game. I was just pitching to him. I said, dude, that was a shot. He was a big guy. But that was a shot. I was like, holy shit. And props. Awesome. I have utmost respect. I give props. And I went up to him afterwards, a little while later. I said, dude, you know that was an awesome shot. So, it's all fun. It's competition, but it's fun. Now, if we were playing for money, it might be a little bit more serious. But messing around, not that I'm going to play for money, but I know one thing. If I had to pick a person to play, and he would definitely, my neighbor would be on my team. Him and I against any 2, I'll take it. Because I'm the pitcher. He could hit. He plays fucking hardball. Amateur hardball. He's not a pro, but he's up there. He's got a great eye. He was hitting some balls off of me. Because I'm throwing hard. I'm not throwing like lobbing. This is coming in. It's coming in fast. I wish I could show you. All the wiffle balls are on the other side. But if he plays today, I'm going to do it live on YouTube. And you're going to see it. And you're not going to believe it. How this person sitting here can play that way. You're not going to believe it. Holy shit. And I say that with utmost confidence. So, we'll see. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do it. that the phone don't burn in the sun. I'll have to think of, maybe do it with the GoPro. The GoPro stand is still in the car. I could do it with the GoPro and do it right to YouTube. That'd be the best way. GoPro could take the heat. Yes, I'll do it with the GoPro. Oh, that would be amazing. Yes, yes. I'm actually gonna text him. I'll do it, wait till noon. Because they were still partying when I left at midnight. I don't know what time they wrapped up next door. Yeah, dude, I was on it. He bought a whole bag of fucking wiffle balls. I wish I could stream right now and walk over to the property and show you it. It's the way it was set up. But I beat him 6-3. We only played one inning. Because it was balls and strikes. If I hit you, it's a walk. And we're playing balls and strikes in the box. So it's a little tougher. That's why it was 6-3. I won. But when you play ball, it's not swings. A lot of times you'll play 3 swings. Even if it's a foul tip, that's an out. That's the rule, old school wiffle ball rule. It's 3 swings if you don't have a box. And even if you foul tip on the 3rd swing, you're out. And usually in wiffle ball, if it was 1-on-1, it's 2 outs, not 3. We played 3. But I hit one. It felt so good. And I had my stance. I felt it. I was timing it like the way I used to play. It felt so good. It felt fucking great. To be in the box. And to have my stance like I used to have when I was young. And the timing with the lifting of the foot and putting the body into it. I rocketed one over the fucking tent. And everybody was like, holy shit. They were watching. They were actually like, he should be on our team. I can't do that. I'm getting up there. I don't have that ability. I would hurt my arm. I could play first. I can't run. That's out of the question. I could play first. I have a great gun for an arm, but I'm afraid to even test that. Because I would probably hurt myself. I told him. He says, I have to look for my glove, my lefty glove. It's in my closet. I would like to soft toss a hard ball. The pain, I feel the pain just thinking about it. And then increase I could probably throw right now 70. I used to throw 90, 85 to 90. I could probably throw 70 now. I don't know. I would have to try. But I don't know if I want to go there. Yeah. Plus, I put tape. I'm going to film it. We're definitely going to be playing more. There's going to be live YouTube on this. It's definite. I wouldn't doubt he calls me today to do it a little while, but he might be having a hangover and recovering. I did not go crazy last night, thank God. I'm not that crazy. I could have, but I didn't. And it's easiest because it's my neighbor. And there is a gate, a door that opens between the 2 properties, but they had, probably my neighbor before he passed away up there, had tied it. Well, I broke it. Now I could just enter the other property through the gate. And I don't have to go all the way around the fence to get into that property. Now I just have an opening that I could just cut right through. It's freaking awesome. Holy shit. I forgot. I left the Ring doorbell on the car. Holy shit, I forgot all about that. Cats ate. Everybody's happy. Cats ate. Tycho went out. Oh, shit. I almost killed myself. Then it got dark last night, and I'm like, we don't have no lights on these tables. So I went this morning, I got my lights back. 3 of these. These are great. So I brought 3 over for the tables, and they were like, oh shit. It's like, Bill has everything. Yeah, you don't even know. You have no idea. So I got lots of toys over there. So, yes, the next time we play wiffle ball, which is going to be, if not today, next Saturday, I'm going to GoPro it on YouTube. And you're going to see. And my friend C, who wants to challenge me, might think twice. He might think twice about it. So, enough said. And the bad part is, I can pitch. But then, can the other person pitch to me? Well, he did. I was shocked. He actually threw the ball pretty good. Because a lot of people can't throw a wiffle ball. Not with accuracy. And not with speed like I can. It's an ability with accuracy in a box. And not just throw one pitch, but throw 3 or more. So you get the person who's hitting off guard. If you just throw the same shit, they're gonna time it after a while. It just becomes a timing issue. But if I throw all these other pitches that I have, it's a problem. Because you're gonna be like, oh shit, that went in the box. It happened yesterday. That went in? I said, yep, that was in. And the underarm one is fucking awesome to a righty. Not so much maybe to a lefty. Because it's coming up and it's going like this into the box. So it's coming from, because I'm submarining it. I'm doing it like a underhand. It's coming from under, it comes up, it comes toward the right-handed batter, like it looks like it's going to hit them. And then it goes right into the box. It's a great pitch. But for a lefty will sit on that. But for a righty, that's a great pitch. Now, he usually bats lefty when he plays hardball. I said, dude, because I don't know if anybody ever played ball, but when you're facing the same, like lefty on lefty or righty on righty, it's a different angle. So I can screw with him hard. If he's batting lefty, because I'm lefty, I can make it where the ball looks like it's going to hit him and go right into the box. And just seeing the angles, he's going to be tested by me. And he wants me to throw fast for hardball. So yesterday I was throwing maybe like 30. Believe me, I could throw a wiffle ball 30 miles per hour. You have no idea, at least. So I may have to crank it up. I'm going to have to weigh the wiffle ball down with more tape, give it more weight. But he wants me to crank it up. I can do that. No problem. So, we'll see. Oh, happy birthday, Michael. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. The weekend's not over. And I hope a lot of people drive safely and get home safely back to wherever they went to. This is a big travel weekend. Millions travel for the holiday weekend because it was an extended weekend. Or people made it into an extended weekend, or people take their work vacations around this time to throw this right in the middle. And then they continue their vacation. So I hope everybody gets home safely because there's going to be crazy traffic out there. Oh my gosh, today? And what's going on in Texas? Oh my God. Horrible. So that is just like the most horrific thing I've seen in a long time. The impact, how sudden it was, and just the whole thing. Oh, I'm not going to get into details. But a lot of people lost their lives, and still a lot of people are missing, and a lot of young people. That is devastating. You know, when you think about it, like some of us, Michael's birthday was yesterday. He turned 43. Now, 43 is still young. In in the general term, in general aspect of things, but think about you've lived 43 years on this earth. I've lived a little bit longer. We've had our experiences of life. You know what it's like to have a young people never to have that opportunity to live their lives. When you think of it, the short life they had, they didn't even get a chance to live their lives. When I think of it like that, it is so horrible. It makes me emotional. Just think of a 12-year-old, 12 years old. Just, and my God, they've only been on the earth for 12 years and gone. That is so tragic. They didn't even get a chance to live the life. And I know this goes along with a lot of other situations. But taken too soon. I mean, that's just so many. Can only imagine what those parents are going through. To send them off to a camp and then that happens. And I believe they were sleeping. So you don't even have warning. That is just unbelievable. So thoughts and prayers to those people. So horrible. But anyway. So, yep. Maybe, what time is it? It's a little after 11. It's going to be a hot day today. It's going to be 93. I got a show to do at 4, but I got plenty of time. Can you tell how I'm getting darker and darker every time I come on? Getting darker and darker. Soon I'll be like this and you won't see my face. You're just going to see the teeth and the eyes. That's how dark I'm going to end up getting if I keep doing that. And today's definitely a pool day. What's up, Genghis? Yeah, Genghis, I was just explaining how I whipped somebody's ass in wiffle ball yesterday. It was only one inning, but I whipped him. But he gave me props. He showed respect. And I'm good. I don't have to have my ego filled up. I know I can bring it. The only thing I do feel today, as I was walking just now to get the camera, it's, I'm going to film it. The next one I'm going to film on YouTube with a GoPro. I'm going to do it. You're going to see me in action. You're going to be like, get the fuck out of here, Bill. Like, really? You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. It's like that. I beat him 6-3 one inning. But right now, and I lost weight again, so I'm doing better. The pain is right in the midsection. Because when I pitch, well, this is if I had the ball. I take my step, I kick my foot just like that, and I put my whole body into it and twist. So, like, if I'm standing like this right now, because my back foot is turned, it's twisted. My ankle is twisted right now, face this way. This foot is planted for my pitching. So if I was pitching, I have to do the whole thing. Kick, plant, turn, and this whole body shifts, it turns as I'm throwing. So right here, the way I'm standing right now is hurting. Because that put a lot of pressure on my body yesterday. Just the turn, the twist, right here. As if I was just throwing the ball. This position right here is hurting like hell. I'm very sore. I haven't done it in years. So, as crazy as it sounds, the buttocks area, not so much here. The hamstring and the buttocks area is what hurts today from pitching. The arm is fine, it's a wiffle ball. But my hamstrings, upper, I could feel it tight. But it felt great. And I'm back down to 180. So that's health. If I was a fat fuck at 240, 236, there's no way I could pitch that way. No way. There's no way. So, like every week now, he wants me to go over there. I told him, bring your other team members if they want to practice. It's good practice. I felt, I'm telling you, there was no good feeling then. You got rain later? I'm going to look at the weather in a second. And I know that tropical storm made landfall, and I don't know what effects it had. I've been so busy this whole weekend. But it felt so good to hit the ball, too. And you're going to see me on camera with my stance. You're going to think I'm like a fucking professional hitter. I have my stance. I played sports all my life when I was young, every day. Those that know me know this. As a matter of fact, I gotta make a phone call. I gotta see if my friend wants to come up, see a band in a couple of weeks on Saturday, because I'm off Saturdays. Well, I'm not really off, but there's no live shows. There is one today at 4. And I'm going in the pool soon. The only thing is listening to those 2000s music all fucking day for 10 hours. And then bachata, reggaeton. One salsa song I heard. It was all military. Everybody there was military, West Point, mostly. If there was 20 people there, 15 were from, or 12 were from West Point or affiliated. It was pretty cool, actually. And the girls were awesome. They were like in their mid-20s. So one was still serving in the military. The other two left the military. She was telling a story how she had so much fun shooting a 50 cal. I forgot what state they did the drill at. And she said, I said, you know what? You wouldn't want to mess with any of these women. You would not want to mess with any of them. I said, if they ever made a remake for Aliens, you should be in the movie. She was like awesome. She was so cool. She was Spanish. She was pretty too. Very. It was fun. Yesterday was fun. I took Jello shots, first time in decades. It was a great day. I'm gonna text. Oh no, what is that? Today's gonna be 93 degrees. Fuck, that just came on the phone. I'm gonna thank him, Doug. Yesterday was awesome. Thank you for inviting me. Now I'm going to call my friend Mike. High school. Junior high school, actually, buddy. I doubt he picks up. He is one of the most unreliable people. Like, to try to get him, or he answers his phone, never on time. Never on time. And he'll admit it. He's not going to pick up. It's too early. He might have been partying last night. He's not going to pick up. He's not going to pick up. I knew it. Let's check the weather. And I predicted that storm, didn't I? Days before they did. Just saying. I did. The Carolina one. The Texas was just a bizarre rotation of a storm that just sat over the same area and just dropped so much precipitation. It was bizarre to look at, actually. I was looking at the radar loops and I was like, oh my God, that thing is just spinning. What do you mean failed? Oh. Let's take a look. Wow, look at that system that came in. There it is. Chantal. That's a nice low pressure. Look at this energy coming into the Carolinas right now. Look at that. And that, you know what? If there's any bands associated, you could have isolated tornadoes in there. Look how they're getting hammered right now with these winds. The low pressure is right there. Let's see the radar. Yeah, look at the bands. You got to watch these lines. You got to watch the rotation. You could have isolated tornadoes form. Oh shit, I got to fix the screen on this side. Hold on. Why is that not working? Fit to screen. Oh, I have it exaggerated. Okay. This one. Let me see if I can fix this. There we go. That's the storm right now as it came and made landfall. But you got to be careful with these possibilities of isolated tornadoes coming with these bands. You got to watch these cells. So they got a heck of a day today. Still a lot going on here. The remnants of Tropical Storm Chantal. And yes, there's definitely some storms again in Texas. Louisiana, offshore. Let's see where all this is moving. Moving offshore. Oh, maybe not. It's just, they're just sitting there. Look at that. They're just sitting there in the same spot. Imagine being under this cell as it's just sitting there. Luckily, it's really not affecting anybody. It's just sitting there. Look at that. So if you're under something like that for a period of time, you're just going to get hit. A lot of rain, heavy rain. It's just sitting. But they seem to be diving down. What about Texas? See, like, look at this. This is an hour loop, and it looks like it's just sitting over the same places. Look at that. Look at this. This is the problem. This is what happened, sadly, a few days ago with this rain just sitting over places. Look at it. It doesn't even look like it's moving. Look at that. It's just sitting in the same spot. What's up, Nick? Isn't that crazy? That's an hour loop. And it's barely moving. It's like the lightning and the rain is sitting over the same area. The line is not moving. That's bad. When that kind of thing happens, that's bad. So people live in this area in Texas. They really got to pay attention for flooding again. Sadly, we all know. So this is just west of Fort Worth. So this is an hour loop. Look at it. It's just sitting over the same area. Look at that. That's an hour. And it's barely moving. So if you're under that band of heavy rain and lightning, you're under that for an hour, and it's not even moving yet. That's crazy. And there goes, like I said, the remnants of Tropical Storm Chantal spinning. I wonder if this is going to affect me. Let me see. Okay, there it is. Let's go to tomorrow. Oh, yes, it is. It's coming up the coast. There's another low pressure up here. Let's see the clash. This is going to be a crazy clash. Oh yeah, the energy's coming right up the coast. So tomorrow night we'll probably get some thunderstorms here. The low pressure is right there. Now if that low pressure gets over water, it could intensify a little bit. It's still over land. Barely. Over Jersey. And now it's here by Montauk. So this could be a nasty situation for the North New England. But then it's moving out to sea, which is good. Let's see the rest of the country. The rest of the country looks quiet. That's Tuesday next week. I gotta make this small. I can't see everything. Yeah, that's a quiet map. Little rain, the central part here. It looks really wet here along the coast too. Definite. It's offshore, but it could impact coastal areas. Look at that. Look at this right offshore. But I don't know if that'll impact. Showery here. So I'm not seeing anything. Okay, here it comes. A big high pressure. There's actually two of them. This is going to bring a lot of moisture right back into Texas again. There's a low pressure here. There's going to be some stormy activity going on in the country next weekend. And then it'll probably shift east. Actually, that storm went freaking fast. And maybe not. Still down there. Not too bad. This is long out. I don't trust this, but I'm looking anyway. Not bad. I gotta check one more thing. Radar Omega. Oh, look at all the warnings for today. There's a tornado alert right now? Where the hell is that? North Carolina. See what I said about that storm? It could create isolated tornadoes. This is why, in those bands, you gotta watch. It's right there. They gotta watch their weather all day. The people that live here, because you could have a water spout, a tornado, because of the rotation. I don't see much right there. This might be old. Let me look at that. Oh yeah, it expires in 5 minutes. That's why. This is old. Flash flood warning. Texas. Right where we were looking at. with all that rain sitting over the same places. They got flash flood warnings right here. Look how close it is to Fort Worth now. They got flooding going on here. Also, for today, the severe threat, especially here, that's a higher risk where you have these little dashes. Significant severe. So, right in here, Colorado, points, Kansas. I mean, it's right in here. But the thunderstorm threat is through here. And there's another one over here for today. Michigan, maybe parts of Ohio, Indiana. Yeah, pretty much right here. Over here, it's freaking hot and sunny. But I have a feeling we're going to get the remnants of this storm tomorrow night here. Now, after I did all my analysis, let's see what they're forecasting. I like to do that. To see what they say based on what I just said. I had a great time yesterday. I whipped ass in wiffle ball yesterday. It felt so good. I whipped and I hit. Oh, felt so good. It's 81 here. 90 it says here today. Ah, there it is. Watch for a heavy thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon because that system's coming up. Let's see what they say. It's going to feel like 96. Heavy thunderstorm in the afternoon. Wow, it's going to stay humid. What about Tuesday? Matter of fact, let me see my daily. It's hot out there right now. Oh, look at this. Tuesday. Very humid. Storms can bring flooding, downpours, and localized damaging wind gusts. That's a front that's going to come through because over here it's less humid. My God, what is going on? Look at this every day like a shower. Look at this. Oh my God. This is, I'm not even, I can't believe this. I was talking about this earlier. I just can't get over this. And now the number's up to 52 who lost their lives. 27 girls are still missing. This is horrific. Oh my God. When we had the fireworks thing for the town, there was a severe thunderstorm. And it knocked power out in a lot of places. Not here. When I got home, there was power. But it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'm hiding in a dugout. A baseball field. I'm out there. I'm in a dugout in a corner while it's pouring and lightning. My mother was in the other dugout with my neighbor and her daughter. They got soaked. I did not. Because I looked at the wind direction, and they were in the dugout where the wind is coming right at them. I said, they're screwed. And I wasn't going to go over there and tell them. They tried to call me on the phone, but I was doing a live TikTok. And they got soaked, and I was dry, and they all came over to me all wet. And I'm like, it sucks to be you. Their shoes are soaked. They got stuck in water. The dugout flooded with this much water. As a matter of fact, 3 young people ran from that dugout to my dugout, and they said, oh my God, it's dry over here. I said, yep. How's it over there? Oh my God, we had to get out of there. There was water like this over there. So that was kind of funny. But yesterday, like I was saying earlier, what's up, Fringe? Oh, no, 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 no. You see, when I played the wiffle ball yesterday, I was amazing. I was better than I could have expected from myself. I was that good. Better than I expected. And we played, he's a hardball player. He's 30 years old. He's in his prime. The guy has no fat. He's muscle. So he's probably thinking, and he's got all his friends there, that he's going to whip me. But then he was watching me warm up. He says, oh shit, game on. This Bill brought it. That's what he said. I'm sure he might call me. And you'll hear him. So it was balls and strikes with a wiffle ball. And I'm standing 30, 40 feet away. It's not like I'm standing right next to him. I'm far. I'm pitching. And he scored 3 on me, but I hit him a couple of times with the ball, so that's a walk. We're playing like balls and strikes. He had a double off of me and a few singles. He scored 3. So he's thinking, shit, I scored 3 runs. I am reading chat. I am Fringe. I am reading chat. I see it. You're not Chop Live. I see what you wrote. So then I got up. And it's 3 outs. So I'm thinking, 3 outs is plenty for me. I scored 6. And I hit a moonshot. Pulled it, because I'm a lefty. Lefties tend to pull the ball. It went over the tent, into the trees. And they were all like, holy shit. Home run. 3 runs scored on that one. And then I hit doubles and singles hard. And my outs were all a fly ball that he caught, a ball that I hit over him, but it was up in the air high enough that it was called an out, because if somebody was out there, they would have caught it. So we were playing with like rules like that, even though imaginary outfielder would have caught it. But it was still a shot that I hit, but that was an out. I never struck out. I'm really good. So moving forward, the next time we play wiffle ball, I'm going to stream it live on YouTube with the GoPro. And you're going to see. And I don't know, the way I was throwing the ball, I may have cut my thumb, because I put a lot of spin and rotation when I throw. And I don't know, I got like a thing here. I might have to cover that up. I don't know if that was from the ball, because I'm wicked. You won't believe it when you see it, until you see it. You're not gonna believe it. That's why I was trying to call my friend, because he could tell you, oh, I know how you play wiffle ball. And I just wanted to brag to him how I kick somebody's ass. But he's not alive. And I texted my neighbor, so I won't bother him. He's probably still sleeping. I left the party at midnight. I was just so tired. Okay. That's not what I thought. Let me see if I call his ass one more time. He's probably sleeping. Or maybe in church. He might be in church. It's 11:34. Pick up. He never picks up. He just had hernia surgery a couple of weeks ago, so he might just be home laying back. He never picks up. He might have been up all night drinking. It's very possible. What's up, Alice? Beautiful day where you are. It's really hot here. It's really hot. I am definitely going in my pool. Because yesterday I was tortured by 10 hours of 2000s to present music. I did not know any of those songs. And it was weird because a lot of the songs were using the lyrics from songs from the 80s, but it was modern with a beat, and they, I said, that's an 80s song. Did you know that? And there's another one. That's another one. That's an 80s song, They didn't even know. They thought that was like the real song. I said, no. That's not original. That's an 80s song. I was like, one after the other, I was like, holy shit, they do this a lot, I guess, now. They regurgitate like the old music and they remix it and they make their own music to it. I was like, oh shit. So when I go in my pool today, I cannot wait to hear my music. 10 hours of that shit next door. Not one song. I knew a few. Maybe 5. Maybe. Other than that, it was 10 hours of I don't know what the hell I'm listening to right now. But I can't say nothing. It's not my house, not my party. I'm not in control of the music. And they all seem to have fun. And they're mostly all military. So I wasn't going to say anything. They were really cool people, though. Real cool. The 3 girls, I called them, you know what? I'm not saying I'm Charlie, but you guys are like Charlie's Angels. There were 3 of them. They were mad cool. And you would not want to mess with these women. I'm telling you. She's like talking about going on an exercise and she's operating, because she was the driver, but she wasn't the gunner with the 50 cal. But they still had her train on the 50 cal in the event that something happens to that person. You need to know how to operate this 50 cal. And she said it was I don't know if she told it was 2 weeks in a certain state. She said it was so much fun with the 50 cal. Imagine that. She was awesome. They all were. One of them is still active. But they all work or connected. I don't know if the one in Jersey does, but the West Point connection yesterday was big over there. It was like everybody was connected in West Point. In some capacity or another. Civilian or otherwise. They were all connected. And then they were telling me all kinds of stuff about West Point. I was like, I never knew. I was like, holy shit. They say the money that they get, the funding, is insane. How much they spend. Because one that was there was a bookkeeper. Has to monitor the books. They said they spent a ton of money. It's like, I don't remember what the words they used, but West Point is like treated in a special way. For funding, all kinds of stuff. It's like, it's a standalone situation, like a weird thing. And then they were telling me some of the things that they do there. I'm not going to repeat details, but like training exercises. They bring in the Blackhawks, Apaches, tanks. I never knew this. There's some serious stuff that goes on in West Point. I didn't know it was like that hardcore, but if they're training officers, they have to do it. And they bring in paratroopers, everything. It's like a big exercise. Now, they were telling me that the 82nd Airborne was banned from West Point in the early 2000s because there was an incident. I don't know if this is true. This is what they were telling me. Because there was an incident with the soldiers in a local place, and the police had to come, state police, everything. It was like a big deal. Something happened. And they were taken away and But I don't know what happened. I didn't get in. I didn't want to know too much of the details, but it was a big deal. I was like, holy shit! I didn't know about that. I'm actually gonna look that up right now. But they told me it was a big deal. See, I put banned, but there's all kinds of other shit coming up. No, that can't be. I don't see anything. This is all new. And they say it's like a click. That those that were from West Point graduated and they go in service, they come back. They say it's like a cycle of West Point people. It's West Point people controlling West Point. It's a cycle with the staff. And he says a lot of the officers are awesome, like the commanding officers. It was great conversations last night and yesterday. Great conversations. I'm not finding anything. It can't be because it says here 82nd Airborne Division Unit assists with West Point's cadet. So I don't know if they were banned. I don't think so. Assist with their cadet summer training. So they can't be banned. But something big happened. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. But who knows? So yes, I am definitely about to go outside myself. Oh shit, I forgot about this. Just in time. Setting up a show for Tuesday. I want to make sure my camera's still working. Yeah, it's nice. The lilies are coming out. The tiger lilies and some of the day lilies, they're coming out now. I don't like the way the camera's jerking like that. I have to fix this frame. Alright, what is this? Okay, this one. Fit to screen. There we go. So it's a beautiful day. It's hazy, hot, little humid, but you can see the lilies coming out. Kind of. Camera's, you have to clean the lens a little bit. But it is hot. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's 84 degrees right now, with a high of 91 and a low of 70 expected today.
Wow. It's gonna be hot. I can't wait to put my music outside. I'm doing rock and roll, metal. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy myself today. See, this camera's not fitted. Let's fix that. I went through 10 hours of 2000s music yesterday. I am freaking out. I need my music. The pool is super clean. He didn't even know I had a pool. How could he? You can't see my property. You wouldn't know. You can't see it. It's completely private. It's blocked off all around. Nobody can see the pool. But it is definitely hot out there. The pool is super clean. I might barbecue today. What time is it? I need to do something fast. I gotta take chicken out. I want to bark. It's gotta defrost. I'll do it this afternoon. Today, if you get up later, you should go in the pool. It's gonna be hot. Today's a good pool day, man. I don't know what the temperature of the water is, but this battery. Alexa, turn on the living room light.
Okay,
Alexa, thank you.
you're welcome.
Charge that. I had a little robot do a little cleaning this morning. I gotta refresh. I gotta put another speaker out there and test. You gotta refresh it. It'll after 10 minutes. Oh, the cats are eating. Good. I need my phone. Yes, Fringe. Good morning to you and to your husband. Hold on, I gotta do something quick. I gotta do a test. I gotta keep the store closed. We good. Radio sounds good. Music is gonna be nice. What sucked is I had that monster has a battery in it. Alexa, shut off living room light. You're blinding me.
Got it.
Oh my God. Let me stop that. So the monster 4x4 and my Cyclops big monster flashlight, spotlight really, has this battery in it. This is heavy. And I gotta bring it to get recycled. These do not last forever. Thank God I had a spare, which I have to order another spare. This is what charges that monster. It also, this is what keeps the battery for the flashlight going. The big flashlight, spotlight. So I had to change it. Yesterday, I was so tight. I was in the pool, the music kept going off. It wouldn't hold the charge. Battery's no good no more. So now I gotta order, like now, before I forget, a backup. Because they last a year or two, depending on how much use. I use that monster a lot. So, Alexa, turn on living room light. I should get the box.
Okay.
It has to be the exact same one. I'm sure I ordered these before on Amazon. There it is. Alexa, shut off living room light. Oh my God.
Okay, done.
I wonder how much. I don't remember what I paid for them. Okay, wait a minute. This is my past orders? Yeah. Battery. Other shit is gonna come up, I know it. Battery is not a good thing. Mighty Max. I bought them on Amazon, so they have to pop up. No results. What is this? I don't have my glasses. Shit. Alexa, turn on living room light.
Got it.
12 volt, 7.2. There it is. There it is. Not bad. That's it. I'm gonna get a 2-pack. It's cheaper. 36 bucks. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
Cart. Save for later. Proceed to check out. It is so hot. Okay, use this. $40 exactly with shipping. It'll be here Wednesday. Place order. Done. Gotta have them. So this battery, it's heavy. Goes in that monster. It also goes in Cyclops. The Cyclops is a pain in the... changing the battery out of that, I don't know where Cyclops is. Cyclops is somewhere here. Yeah, here's Cyclops. I don't want to drag Cyclops out. This takes the same exact battery. This is Cyclops. This is Cyclops. It has the same battery. I don't know if it's charged though. This is Cyclops. It takes the exact same battery and it goes in right here. So it's good to have two because one backup for each one of them. That spotlight is sick. That thing is like a beam of light like the bat signal. That thing ain't no joke. That's like powerful. So that takes the exact same battery. So, gotta have it. But yeah, I'm about to go. It is noon. I'm sitting here sweating already. The heat's starting to build in the house. I have the air off in the house. So I'm about to go out there and enjoy the pool. And put some rock and roll and some metal. Because yesterday was 10 hours of 2000s music. I was like, I didn't complain. It's not my place. I was in torture. 10 hours of it. Hell no. I can't wait to go in the pool and play my music right now. So, I hope and pray, thoughts and prayers again to all those people in Texas. Oh my God. Every time I check it, it's worse. And it was bad to start with. It's just getting worse. And it's just unbearable to even look at what's going on over there. Unbearable. You can't imagine. I can't imagine what those families are going through. Especially there's still 27, I believe, missing. 68 have lost their lives. Okay, hold on. This is the latest article. Flash floods killed 68 and left 11 girls and one counselor missing from a summer camp. Most of it happened in Kirk County. A counselor and 11 girls from a nearly century-old Christian summer camp remain unaccounted for. Oh my God. To see the images is just unbelievable. I mean, it is really this AccuWeather. I mean, this is horrible. It was completely swept away. It's just, and they were in cabins, and the cabins were swept away. Look at this. It was, today I visited Camp Mystic. It and the river running beside it were horrendously ravaged in ways unlike I've seen in any natural disaster. That's what the governor posted. Well, the height of the rushing water reached the top of the cabins. Oh my God, which is shocking. We won't stop until we find every girl. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, I am not going to even get deeper into that. But it's really bad. So thoughts and prayers for those. And it wasn't just the camp. People upriver, children, also got affected upstream. Because I was watching it on the Weather Channel. And I'm like, oh my God. Could you, I mean, just, that is so horrific. 68 already. And still missing people, children. This is like one of the worst things that I can remember happening in a single day event in the United States in a while from a natural disaster. I can't think of anything this impactful and horrific happening on a single day at one location or along one river, the Guadalupe. I mean, if they're missing, they're probably no longer with us. It's been days now. So that death toll is probably sadly going to climb into the 80s, at least. And just think about all those children that their families send to camp. And there's always that conversation. I don't know if I should send you. And then you finally do give in. Okay, you can go. And then something like this happens. Those parents, oh my gosh, the counseling that's going to be needed in Texas is going to be beyond. For parents, for children who knew the children, for the people that worked at the camp that survived, counselors, whoever, residents locally, it affects everybody. Because imagine living in a house that was not impacted by this, but was right next to all this. And what those people are saying right now. Oh my God. Could you imagine having a house like that was not affected, but it's right there and can see all that damage and all the destruction and the loss of life right there? That has to be really difficult for the residents. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. Oh, definitely, Mike. I can use that as a doorstop easy. That battery is super heavy. Oh my, they weigh. What would I say this thing weighs? They're very heavy. This is like easily 5 pounds. Easily. They are heavy. That's definitely over 5 pounds. I should have looked up the weight. But again, I'm sure I speak for many. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the people affected by this in California. The whole state, everybody, the whole country. How could you not be affected by something like that? I mean, my God. But anyway, I hope those that are here had a great holiday weekend. It's still, people are still doing things today. A lot of people took off this upcoming week or tomorrow. Do you think you want to drive today? A lot of people traveling, of course, today. It's crazy out there to travel, the traffic. The best thing would have been to leave early in the morning, because if you go in the afternoon, everybody that's up here is returning back to New York City. That traffic is going to be nuts. Nuts. I'm glad I don't have to do it. I'm just saying. Little selfish thing there. But I hope everybody who's got to travel, be safe out there. Wow. Wow. Fringe. Oh my God. That is horrible. Fringe lost her niece and her 1-year and 3-year-old years back in a mudslide between Olympia and Bellingham, Washington. Oh my God. There's no words for that. It's, of course, condolence, but it's horrible. Especially, a loss of a life is a loss of life, period. Doesn't matter. But when you think about all the young people that didn't even, like I said, Michael's birthday was yesterday, 43. We've been around a little bit, but to take such a life, such a young, precious, do you know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh my God. And again, those parents. What those parents, I mean, they're going to need counseling, trauma, PTSD. This is horrific. There's no other, I can't even think of another word. It's just horrific what's going on in Texas. And they're doing everything they can, as a search and recovery now to try to find those still missing. Because the likelihood is, God willing, there's a miracle and someone still can be found, or some can still be found alive. But there's so much debris, there's so much, it's just horrid. And you're going to have to check downstream thoroughly. Do you know what I mean? The forensic involved and search, and oh my God. And the governor already said it, and I agree. And it's a no-brainer. We're going to search until we recover everyone, no matter. I mean, that makes sense. It's the right thing to do. But my God, this could go on for days, weeks even. Who knows? Exactly. My heart breaks for people in Texas. And that's the thing, too. We all need to come together as a country and Americans to support each other in such a time of need. And but there's so many different, that's obvious. And some people say, well, now why not help this or why not help that? There's so many people that need help. Period. So many different things going on. If I was a billionaire, I would spread it out to as many people as I can help. But, it's hard to even decide which organization do you donate to? Which one do I trust that the money's going to go where it says it's going to go? It's a hard choice because there are people suffering everywhere. But when something like this happens, it gets the attention of the country, obviously. Any natural disaster or anything like that, it's gonna, hurricanes or whatever. But at the same time, there are a lot of people out there, all over, suffering. It's just hard, But you help how you can. Hopefully you can help whatever you can do in any way to help someone else in time of crisis, despair. It's a beautiful thing to do. It really is. I try to do it myself. Mom definitely does it. But like I said, there's so many things going on. What do you... Like the bishop. We have merchandise for the station now for him. And he's donating 100% of his cut to this organization. And they're in Africa. And I believe it's a shelter for kids. And people right away in the chat room were like, well, why help them? There is so much going on in this world. They don't even have water, barely any food, medical. They're hanging on to their lives. And here's an organization trying to keep them alive and try to keep them living. There's so, like I said, it's hard to choose an organization. It is. It's really difficult. But that was one that affected him. Oh, I'm not bitching about anything. I'm getting ready to go in my pool. I'm not wasting... I got to do a show in 3 hours. I'm going in my pool. I'm Ole. I've been on for like an hour already. Talking. But I will say this before I go. Keep an eye out. Maybe not today, but definitely next Saturday. For for the wiffle ball live stream between my neighbor and I. Because yesterday I whipped him 6-3. So it's game on now. Now he's like really, really motivated. Now he's really motivated. So we're gonna do it live and you're gonna see. Right now I couldn't pitch today. I'm in too much pain in the middle section of my body. I'm in some pain. I was just feeling it walking to the pool. Yeah, I'm sore. I'm not used to that. So, yeah, it's sticky. I'm going in the pool right now. So, you too. Well, I got a float. I thought, Fringe, can you see how I'm getting darker? Because I lay in the float and the lounger and I fall asleep listening to the music. And then I wake up 20 minutes later. It's too late. I'm burned. That's what happens. Yes, I do look a lot darker, right? I know you just said that. That's funny. Wait till the end of the summer. Like I was joking around earlier, all you're going to see is my teeth and the white of the eyes. That's all you're going to see. Yes, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so I have that natural tan anyway, so I don't get burned. I just get darker. Because I'm naturally tanned. Not dark, but light. But then it turns dark. So that's what's happening now. And it's going to happen today. Because I'm going in the pool right now. I'm going to grab some soda, go out there, and enjoy. Anyway, have a great time out there. Yeah, you have a little bread. Yeah, I hear you, but that helps. A little French helps. It helps a little bit, huh? Like my mother, she's got the Spaniard look, the white skin type deal. She burns. She burns. She turns red. She burns. I don't burn. Peace be with you too, and peace be with everyone. And again, thoughts and prayers for those in Texas. Oh my God. And Cali Nick, I'll see you later. And Michael and Amole and Alice, if she's still there. Genghis. Anybody else who may be watching, be well, be blessed, be safe. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy. If you're still having the 4th weekend thing going on. And if you're heading home, be safe traveling. Yeah, I'm going out. Yeah. No, I'm running out of time. I got a show to do at 4 o'clock. I'm running out of time, literally. I got to work. All right. I'm out of here, everybody.